What's up, everyone? Today we're in Binghamton, Vermont at Hemmings Motor News. This is an absolutely awesome opportunity. When they reached out to me, I was 100% on board. We are going to be on the corporate team with Hemmings taking a 1969 Chevelle on the Great Race. And I got to say, what a awesome beginning of the adventure. For us, it starts with going over the car itself, which we'll be introducing very shortly. And then we're going to be taking the car down to Rhode Island, getting it through its whole inspection to make sure it's ready to rock and roll. Then we have our driver's meeting, and then we'll be meeting up with Dylan McCool. And Dylan McCool, Roland George will be actually piloting and navigating the car from start to finish on this absolutely epic journey. But first, like I said, let's go take a look at this stunning car.
Use your head, I got your head. There. I mean, that was where I went with, if that tank's empty, you don't need nothing. You need a tank. You need a tank.
Why just flatten on top?
It's gonna, that part is gonna leak. Are we pulling the rear end cover that's on the list of fluid?
Yeah.
Alright, so we gotta,
should, right?
I should have gasket. Nice. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, you did that. Oh.
Pretty thin up there. Ooh.
Well, they're all cracked.
Well, look over here. They're almost gone.
Yeah, they are gone. There's no almost there. That's parking brake. But yeah.
Dragging the parking brake.
That's it. Well, that's the rear shoe, the big shoe. The big lining
Yeah.
is always the parking brake. So here we're going to both be here. When you get on that 60 or 75, 76 Caprice, GM tightened up a little bit and they use the same backing plate on both sides.
Yeah, one comes
so the
in
cable
one way.
comes in from the back.
Yep.
You got to put the big shoe on the front on that one.
Okay.
Because the parking brake gets reversed.
Yeah, there's a cable that comes around the back.
Yeah,
Right? Yeah.
that, so they could have one part number.
Yeah. For the backing plate.
So we need shoes.
Okay.
Their size on that.
Yeah, look at the
cylinder.
adjuster. Look how far out it is.
That means the self-adjuster's working.
Are you looking for the size, you said?
I was just see if it was written on
Yeah, these are the 9.5s, I think.
there. No, the wheel cylinder bore. They're froze up though. Alright. That was kind of a bang in, bang out, twist a little, shaky shake, and
This one's going
pop
right
right
off.
off. Good deal.
Hey, I'm Terry McGean, and I'm the editor-in-chief here at Hemmings. And we're standing in the Sibley shop here at Hemmings, which is our garage where we work on cars, and we also store a collection of vehicles. And right behind me is our 1969 Chevy Chevelle. This car's been a part of the Hemmings collection for a long time. We've used it in stock form for years as an SS 396. It had the 350 horse 396 with a turbo 400. Then a few years ago, we started a project to repower it. And we're just finishing that now because we're getting the car ready to go on the Great Race, which is a time distance rally that's been going on since the 80s. Hemmings is a sponsor of it. And this is the first time we're going to use the Chevelle for that event, which kind of coincided with ending the project. So I'll give you some background on the car and then give you a walk around to tell you what we've done to it. So as I said already, it is a real 69 SS 396 convertible. It's garnet red. It has black interior with buckets and floor shift. I mentioned that it was the 350 horse version of the 396. 325 horse was stock and standard on this car. Somebody optioned it up. It's got a 355 geared 12 bolt, which appears to be original to the car. And it was mostly stock before we started our project. What happened was we wanted to work with Chevrolet Performance to do something, and having this Chevelle seemed like the perfect subject vehicle. So what to do with it? We didn't want to do anything to mess the car up. It's an original car that has been restored once a long time ago, but never cut up and never butchered. We wanted to keep it that way. So what to do? We thought about all the guys and girls who get muscle cars, either after being away from them for many years or just wanting one for a long time and finally getting one. What happens these days when you get into a vintage muscle car like a 396 Chevelle? Probably you find out that it's maybe not as fast as you thought it was, or as fast as you remembered from back in the day. That was kind of the case with this car. It ran great and it was fun to drive, but it wasn't really all that fast. So we wanted it to be faster and better. Now people are doing LS swaps left and right these days. We did not want to do that with this car. It's a big block Chevelle. It should stay a big block Chevelle. To that end, we got from General Motors a ZZ427 crate engine. It's a traditional big block. It kind of reminded me of what I'd heard lots of guys did back in the day with their 396 Chevelles. After a couple years, car wasn't really as fast as they needed to be, as muscle cars kept getting faster. They went back to the dealer and ordered a 427 crate over the counter and did a little upgrade in the home garage. So that's what we did here. We kind of set some rules for ourselves. We couldn't bend, fold, cut, mutilate, or do anything to this car that would permanently alter it. Everything we did had to be a bolt-in, something that could be reversed so we could put the car back the way it was if we ever wanted to. So in it now is that big block 427, and then to also make it better out on the road, we wanted an overdrive trans, but we wanted one that could hold up to the 480 horsepower this thing puts out. So we've got one of GM Performance's Supermatic 4L85 transmissions. That's a 4-speed with overdrive and fourth. It's a 4L85, which was a truck transmission for General Motors. That posed a little bit of a challenge. We wanted to get it in here, but we weren't going to cut the tunnel out of it or do anything crazy. I'm happy to say we got it in. It fits. We didn't cut anything. We didn't have to do anything to the car other than pick the right parts to get it together, and I'll tell you a little bit about that. Give you a peek at what we got going on in here. So don't be fooled by that air cleaner. That's the air cleaner off the old engine with the 396 decals on it. I got a new one on order, a correct open element air cleaner for a GM car of this period. This is a 427 cubic inch big block Chevy. This one is based on a Gen 6 architecture. That's the later big block you would have found in trucks in the 90s and beyond until they stopped making them. It's got a one-piece rear main seal and it's set up for a factory roller cam, which this has. It's also got aluminum heads, and you can see an aluminum dual plane intake. Under the air cleaner is a Holley 4150 style carburetor. And even though we've left those valve covers on there, a lot of the rest of what's on the engine is inspired by factory stuff. Sort of the look of what an L78 396 would have had in 1969. We kept V-belts on it. It does have headers because you kind of have to put headers on a big block rather than choke it out with stock manifolds. This car, of course, has power front disc brakes, which was standard on a Super Sport in '69. You can see there on the firewall over the heater, that's the standalone controller for the 4L85 Supermatic transmission. We do have some of the wiring zip tied up there, including the test port. We want to make sure that stuff's readily accessible for this trip, since we haven't driven the car a whole lot since putting this package together. And you can see it's got a stock type clutch fan and a stock type radiator, but that is a 4-row. We had it recored with a high efficiency core, and it seems to be doing great. The car doesn't get hot even when you let it idle and drive. So the true test will be out on the road, of course. So far so good. It runs great. It's pretty lumpy with the cam that's in it, but it sounds pretty good. And we've got a Pipes exhaust system on it with their Race Pro mufflers. It's kind of loud, but again, it sounds really good. So we're going to leave it just as it is for now. The transmission you can't see obviously, but it's a tight squeeze in the factory tunnel for the Turbo 400. The 4L85 is a bit bigger even than a Turbo 400, but it fits. And we had a custom drive shaft done by Denny's Drive Shaft for it. We got a cross member from G-Force to help make it fit. We used a shorter trans mount from Energy Suspension, and then we also put in new body mounts from Energy Suspension. We kind of realized the body was sagging a little. It had the original rubber mounts in it. And putting the new ones in bought us an 1/8 to 1/4 inch, which doesn't sound like much, but it was a big deal in trying to get the trans to clear the floor. And it does seem like it clears. We haven't had it touch, and like I said, everything seems to be functioning pretty well. That GM standalone controller was surprisingly easy to hook up. Most of the harness has plugs on it, and then you just need to hook up ground, battery power, key on power, and an RPM signal. It plugs into the throttle position sensor that's mounted to the carburetor, which comes in the kit. Started the car and put it in drive, and it drove away and ran through the gears. So I was impressed by that. No programming needed. You can go in and change the programming if you want. It comes with software for that, but it's not necessary. You see some other wiring in here. There's a speedometer that had to be added for the Great Race. It's a rally speedometer, and the pickup is on the front wheel here. So you can see some wiring coiled up there for that. That's a temporary install just for this event. And that is a very accurate speedo that only goes up to 50 miles an hour with big increments. So the navigator can keep an eye on maintaining exactly the right speed, which is the key to success in time distance rally. So far, so good on this. As I've said, we've driven it around over the past couple weeks quite a bit. We've let it idle. We've let it go out when it was 90 degrees outside. Knock wood, the car doesn't seem to care. It seems to be behaving itself. These guys say they're going to have the top down for most of the trip. It is a power top. Top needs a little bit of servicing. It works, but I think the hydraulics are either low on fluid or something else. But we'll take care of that when they get back. It goes up and down with a little bit of help. And there you have it. We've also just mounted up a fresh set of these Firestone wide oval tires. These are from Coker Tire, and they look very much like the original wide ovals, but these are actually radials, not biased by like the originals. We had 245/60s on this car before on these stock wheels. These are a 14 by 7 inch wheel. These are an F70, which is what the car would have had when it was new. And it drives fairly well in them. We'll see how the guys do out on the road on the rally, but so far so good. They'll be able to give us a full review by the time they're done. They look right on here, looks correct. And even though they're a little narrower, it just, I don't know, seems to look right for this car, probably because this is the way it would have looked when it was new. And there it is, the Hemmings 69 Chevelle getting ready for a Great Race.
All right, guys, we are now in Warwick, Rhode Island, with the Great Race. We're going to be unloading the Chevelle that we were just talking about with Terry, and it was a very uneventful, nice ride, beautiful day, very sunny, and I know I'm pretty much gun-ho and ready to rock and roll for this. So let's get this thing unloaded, get it with the rest of the cars. You just got to take a look at this, guys. Incredible. Heck, there's even an Aston Martin sitting there. There's another Chevelle over there too. We should park next to them. And that's Roland, if you guys haven't already met Roland.
Hello, everybody.
Let's go ahead and get this unloaded. Quite the turnout already, guys. We are here fairly early, around 2 p.m. on Wednesday. Tomorrow is tech inspection, everything like that. We have a driver's meeting tomorrow, and then on Thursday as well. I believe tomorrow is because it's our first time around here. But yeah, we got to go take a look at the Bluesmobile. There's all kinds of cool. Like I said, there's an Aston Martin over there. We have a Bluesmobile over there. Everything in between, guys. It's supposed to be pretty nice weather until later this week, so we'll see how everything goes. Hopefully the rest of the actual trip itself will be pretty clear skies, especially for the guys inside the convertible. They're going to want nice weather. Roland's already having fun.
Every time I close, it unlocks it.
Well, it's probably a good thing. You have to lock it with the key. All right, let's go and see what else is going on here. All right, guys. Beautiful day. Car pass tech inspection with flying colors. Right, Roland?
Right, look, Jensen Interceptor.
Jensen Interceptor. Great cars here. El Numero Dos. And 3. It's a beautiful day. We're gonna kind of take out and go get some breakfast because it's the hotel didn't have any. And I like my food. What else? Oh, we're gonna go for a ride and do what is it called? The measured mile?
Yes.
The measured mile. In a 1969 red convertible Chevelle. It's still very bright. You know, I have sunglasses. You think I'd put them on. Such cool cars here.
All right, remember, we're gonna bear to the right, you're clear, right? 12 seconds on the clock. Do not go north, slight right to I-95 south. We are 21 seconds. 20 seconds to go. Perfect. All right. So Quad's a business park. We just passed that sign. I-95 South. We're going to be going underneath the sign I-95 South at the 2-minute 57 mark. There'll be a sign overhead. You're at 2 minutes 45 seconds. 47. All right, speed up a little. Excellent job. Quaker Lane. You're going to see a Quaker Lane sign to your right. We've got another minute and 28 seconds to go before you see that.
What do you think, Roland?
I think we did good.
I think you did a good job getting that speedometer accurate.
Thank you, Bob.
It was a great little trip, about 34 minutes. We went just basically there and back again type of thing. It's definitely, you got to be very focused on what you're doing. Fortunately, you know, the whole setup is with the Navigator, and yeah, Dylan's gonna have a lot of fun driving it.
Good luck, Dylan. Good luck.
Beautiful. All right, now let's just make sure everything is all set with the car, and tomorrow we have a trophy race.
We do, and Brian's gonna be driving.
That's gonna be my run on that, and then Dylan will be meeting up with us fairly soon, and then I'll be handing you guys off to him. But until then, let's have a little bit more fun. All right, guys, we are at our first stop of the day, which is actually going to be our lunch stop. We have until I think we're leaving at 1:02 from here. We're going to hit the road, as you can see over there. We're going to take a left. We're going to be following the number, I think that's the number 66 car, and the 38 will be right behind us by a minute ahead, a minute behind, and that's the actual trophy race. From there, we're going to be heading back to the hotel. That's where our finish is today, and then hey, who knows, maybe we'll win a trophy. But hey, it's the fun that matters, right? Some really awesome cars here. So I'm thinking, wait till Roland gets back here, and then we're gonna go get a bite to eat. Just walking away from the finish. We actually got in a little while ago. It was pouring rain. So the guys in the open cars, man, they were coming in drenched. But it's a beautiful sunny day now. We came in pretty good. The numbers were We missed a speed change right at the very first leg, or check before the first checkpoint, and unfortunately we weren't able to make it up. We were 41 seconds quick, then the next one was 15 seconds late, then 2 seconds late, then 5 seconds early, and then 10 seconds late. So for rookies, great navigator right there.
Drop my keys.
Drop his keys. It was really good. So the next step we have is to hop on to the tram or the shuttle and go pick up Dylan McCool. So beautiful day so far. Just like 5-minute torrential downpour. Don't let that bring you down, you know? We're going to do a once over on the car, make sure everything's all set and ready for tomorrow, because that's where it really counts. So we're going to hand this off to Dylan, and he's going to take care of this. I'm on the mission to go find Dylan. Where is Dylan? We found him.
Hi.
How was your trip?
And it worked.
I just hate it.
Oh.
It's okay. I made it here. It was better than the 18-hour drive, so I'll take that.
We're over this way. So you missed the wonderful weather.
Yeah, I heard it got a little stormy here.
It did get pretty terrible.
Pilot came over the intercom and said, "Yeah, we got some storms to the south of us. We're gonna try and avoid it." I'm like, great. Sounds like a fun landing. So
Roland pulled up flights from there. The one right after you guys actually got delayed.
really,
Yeah. So you guys just barely missed it.
thank goodness. That could be bad.
So
They were asking us, "Do you want to get rescheduled?" I said, "No, I want to go." What's up? Oh my God.
all right.
So good to meet you, man.
Time to head to the hotel, guys. Before the day started, I wanted to at least stop by this car here because it's pretty quiet this morning. No music's playing, and I gotta say, it was really cool. You could see all the detail they put into the Bluesmobile, including the Penguin. It's gonna be a great race, guys. On a mission from Jeff. So yeah, it's we got guys from South Africa, we have guys from England, all throughout Europe, all across the country, Canada, everywhere. Cars from like this is the car I want to eventually we need to have a conversation with. They're from Florida, so it's going to be pretty much now or never. But if we don't get him, it's unfortunate. But this is an incredible GT350. They actually got this a few years back, several years back. But it's done everything from drag racing to Watkins Glen to autocross, and this is now it's rally life. I mean, it was a very fast 10-second car. They had to detune it quite a bit for something like this, but it started out its life as a rental car. You can see, I don't know if we can get you in here so you can actually see it here, but Today is the day we hand over the reins to that awesome Chevelle, to the man, the myth, the legend, Dylan McCool. As you can see him right there, they are getting ready for the actual great race. Roland will remain the navigator.
I'll try my best. Right?
There is no, what's the expression? There is no try, there's only do, or do not.
I will do.
There you go. So we'll still be hanging around. We have several days worth of driving with the truck behind us. It's gonna be beautiful. It's a beautiful day for it.
And then also they lost a bunch of drivers. And so then these guys, so we were talking to Steve about
So what do you think so far?
I'm a little kind of in shock. There's a lot of really nice cars here that are legit race cars, and here I am. I mean, this is all like really shiny paint and very nice cars, and I'm excited to see how it goes. I mean, this is awesome. I can't wait. We did a little test trial run yesterday to kind of get an idea and a feel of how things work. It's a lot. I got out of the car and it was probably a 5-minute run and I was already exhausted. So it was a lot.
It's very tactical.
Yes, it is. Very technical. I was white knuckle, tense as I could
yeah.
be on the steering wheel, but it was awesome.
So when I was driving the other day, I was constantly looking up and down, looking
Yes.
at it. It's
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't say a word. Poor Roland, he just kept talking the whole time, and I was dead silent. But I think we'll make. I mean, as long as I'm not last place, I'll be
Right.
happy.
Here to have fun.
I'm here, dude. I can't wait. This is gonna be so much fun. I'm excited, and thank you for helping put the car together.
Absolutely, man.
It's gonna work out awesome. The car seems solid, runs solid, so I look forward to it.
Definitely wants to do burnouts.
Then, yeah, me and the car both.
So we'll leave him to it and enjoy the beautiful day.